All right, so why did I go to Paris? I've been wanting to go to Paris for a few years now. It's number two on my list of places that I always wanted to visit. I always used to look at the fashion shows and everybody being at the fashion shows would be so sad that I couldn't go to them, like the little SpongeBob meme, the little Squidward meme, you know what I'm saying? That was me watching a fashion show. So, season ended, had a little bit of money, shout out Patreon. The fashion season started literally a day or two after the NBA finals ended. So it just made sense. Number one on my list of places that I always want to visit is Tokyo, by the way. Tokyo was number one, Paris was number two. The fashion in Tokyo, oh man, I wish I could learn how to speak Japanese. Because I really think I'm in love with Japanese culture, their art, the fashion, their everything. I love it. I love it. So yeah, they say you're supposed to go to Paris with someone. Maybe that's part of the reason why I didn't go. I didn't know if I wanted to go with someone to Paris, if I wanted to meet someone at Paris. What I decided to do was I ended up going to Paris with my boy Diesel. You guys know Diesel. You guys saw him in the last Patreon video, right? Went to Paris with my boy Diesel. I decided that I would meet some Paris girls there. Now, one of the main reasons also why I went to Paris, I'm not going to lie. This one girl that I was really interested in, she just happened to be from Paris. And it's really hard for me to find a girl that I'm interested in that checks all the boxes. And this girl seemed to check all the boxes. So one day, like a month ago, a few weeks before the NBA Finals was even over, I sent her some drunk message like, yo, I'm about to be in Paris in a few weeks, capping my ass off. And that shit worked, low-key. So yeah, I was pretty excited about going and meeting this girl in Paris. And then there was also another girl that I had been talking to that had told me that she was from France as well. And when I told her I was in America, she sort of stopped talking to me. And I would hit her up telling her I was on the way to Paris soon, and she just sort of ghosted me. But we'll get back to that girl in a second. So, I go to Paris. I'm super excited, right? I'm super excited, right? I bring the most bags, the most clothes, the most shoes I've ever brought before in my life. I brought 15 pairs of shoes to Paris, ladies and gentlemen. 2 full bags of shoes. I think I had 4 or 5. No, I think I had 5 or 6 total bags. I don't know, I had a lot of bags. Part of me wanted to flex on this girl. Part of me was thinking about Fashion Week. Part of me I just wanted to go there. I just needed a release from back home. Back home was getting a little stressful. I just wanted to go to Paris and have a good time and have a release. I had outfits that I had been holding on to for a long, long time. Months, half a year. Shoes that I had been holding on to for the longest time. Years. Never once wore them. Just waiting for the perfect opportunity. And I figured Paris was the perfect opportunity for a lot of these things. So, I got my COVID shot. And I made my way to Paris with my boy Diesel. Because it was Paris Fashion Week, I didn't like what the hotel scene was looking like. The smallest rooms were like 1,500. And since I was going to be with my boy, I'm like, I don't really want to share a room. So we got an Airbnb. We asked the girl, the main girl, that I like, the main girl. We're gonna refer to him as main girl and side girl, I guess. I don't know. I asked the main girl like where I should stay if I'm not gonna be in a hotel. She was telling me Champs Elysees or whatever the fuck. That's like their rodeo center or whatever, right? So we booked an Airbnb, first one for 3 days, by Champs Elysees. It was decent. It's pretty expensive, like $1,000 something a night. It was decent. It wasn't incredible. And then after the third night, we switched to another Airbnb that we were going to be at for 4 days. So we had the first 7 days already planned out. But after 7 days, I was not planning on coming home, ladies. I was not planning on coming home. I figured I would talk to the girl. We would link up. We would fall in love. And then me and her, and probably Diesel as well, would make our way to Italy, Venice, Italy, or I don't know where we would go, but shit, I was planning on not coming home after the 7th day. That would be July 1st. I was planning on staying out past July 1st. I might have just been getting back like today type shit. Like I was planning on being out there for a while. So that was the plan, right? So we take the flight. We get out there. We land. It's like 2 p.m. Still pretty early in the afternoon. We go drop off our bags. We throw on some crazy fits. And we hit the scene. Right? The main girl that I was really coming out. I don't want to say I went to Paris for her, because I went for a few reasons, but she was definitely a main reason why I went. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, right? So this main girl, she had just went with a few of her friends, and I guess the trip was dragging. She was supposed to be back by the time I was there, but the trip was dragging. So I didn't even see her for the first few days. So I was pretty annoyed about that. Because as soon as I hopped off the plane, I only bring that up because as soon as I hopped off the plane, I wanted to see her. I ain't gonna lie. One thing I say about me as I'm rolling this blunt, I'm a lover boy. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm a lover boy. I love fake being in love. Like, I don't really... And I can say this shit to y'all because ain't no girls gonna see this. We're good. But yeah, man, I'm a lover boy. Like, I love playing that fake, like, fall in love game. Like, I don't like doing that, I don't like playing that, just hit it and quit it. Like, just here for sex. Like, I like to play the whole fake romance game. Like, even though at the end of the day, I'm still on the same exact shit that them niggas that just hit it and quit it are, I'm on the same shit they're on. I'm just a capper. Does that make sense? I'm just a lover boy capper. So I like to cap. I don't want to, basically what I'm saying is I don't want to, fuck this girl. She's like, oh yeah, you can't kiss me. I don't kiss people. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not trying to be that guy. Nah, I'm trying to do everything. I want you to love me. I want you to fall in love with me. So I'm a lover boy. Alright, so couldn't link up with the girl that I really wanted to see, right? So we go to Chimes, we walk around Chimes Alley these days, right? I got my drip on, I got that shit on, man. I'm ready to papa. Let me turn up a little bit for y'all, man, because this is the fun part. I'm telling you, this is a crazy story. All right, so we pop out, right? We pop out. Soon as we pop out, I hit girl number 2. Now, keep in mind, I've been hitting this girl up a few times leading up to it like I was going to be there, and she was not responding to me. I hit her that day like, yo, I'm here, sent her a video. I'm in Paris. Out of nowhere, she responds, bow! I'm in Paris too. Bow, bow! I'm with my friend. Bow, bow! Where y'all at? Bow, 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 bow. I'm like, man, this shit lit. So we walk around, looking at the stores, looking at the drip. Everybody staring at us. I'm looking at all the French girls. Let me paint the scene real quick. So there's no nice cars. If you driving a Mercedes, that's like a Rolls Royce out there. Everybody's dressed the same way. Nobody's being flashy. So if you dress even flashy at all, they know you're an American. And you know me, I was capped out. You know, I've been premeditating this for a while. I was capped out. I was just trying to find the champagne, the croissants, see what the shopping was looking like. Right. Now, as soon as we got off that plane, we were supposed to go to the show. What show were we supposed to go to? The Dior show. We're supposed to go to the Dior show. I had tickets to the Dior show, right? We're supposed to go to the Dior show, and then I had tickets to the Hermes show the day after, or 2 days after. I don't know. I can't remember. Doesn't matter, right? But I wanted to go to the store real quick to pick something out to try and get flea real quick, right? So we go to Loewe, one of my favorite brands. One of my favorite brands on the rise. We go to Loewe, see what they talking about inside of that motherfucker. We inside of that motherfucker, it was this sexy ass girl in there. Beautiful. She knew how to speak a little bit of English, fine as hell. I got her WhatsApp. I hit her up after we left, like, man, I want to take you out. She was like, oh, I think my husband would like that. I'm like, fuck, GG's. Anyways, so the lady took us up to the top, to the bed section up with my boy Diesel, right? We see this other dude up there. We get to looking at shit, trying shit on. I see this little raw ass sweater that I like. I'm like, man, this shit crazy. Go with these pink pants I had on, these never seen Maison Margiela shoes. I'm like, boy, I'm stepping on these niggas, killing these niggas, murking these niggas, right? Try that shit on. It was an instant hit. I'm like, boy, I'm wearing this bitch out of here, nigga. We in Paris, nigga. I'm wearing this shit out of here, nigga. Fuck. Wearing this shit out of here. I was capping. We was capped out, right? This other dude that was in Loewe, he was capping even harder than us. We didn't even realize it at first. He must have came out of the room or whatever. He had this little sweater on. I'm like, that sweater hard as hell, right? We get to talking to the dude, whatever, right? Dude chill as hell. I don't know if I want to call him by his real name. I don't know if I'd already put the nigga on my story. Anyways, it don't matter. Bro cool. So we just gonna call him bro. Bro cool as hell, right? Bro gay, but he not being like overly gay. He's not doing anything gay to us. I can tell that he's gay, but he's not being like overly gay. Like he's being a chill gay dude or whatever, right? So we talking to the dude, right? We kicking it, whatever. We having a good time. He talking to another dude in there, and then the dude just get the capping on us. I don't know why he just got the capping on us. He wanted us. I guess he wanted us to know he had a lot of money or some shit, whatever. He just get to buying hella shit. He get to telling them bringing champagne bottles out. They get to bringing out hella champagne bottles. But before you know it, we in the top of Loewe, mobbing us 3. It's like 4 champagne bottles. He's just buying different shit. Asking us if we want shit. Yo, this nigga just was balling out of control. We were supposed to be on our way to the show. We was just supposed to come in there real quick and go to the show. After this nigga started capping on us, we couldn't even go to the show. I noticed he had on the Dior Birkenstock fucking shoes. I'm like, how do you even have those on? It's crazy. Anyways, Yeah, so we didn't even make it to the show because we just kept on capping with this nigga. We stayed at the store probably for about an hour, buying hella different shit. They kept bringing us champagne. You know, we was just kicking it in there. It was a great time. And then after that, we decided to go to a restaurant with this nigga. He told me he had the drugs back at the room or whatever. So I'm like, fuck yeah, boy, I'm trying to. Right? So we go to this little spot. I can't remember what it was called. It was nice as hell. This shit was beautiful as fuck, right? We sitting outside. It's me, Diesel, and bro ass, right? Everybody sitting around us outside just starts falling in love with dude too. I'm telling you, he was a really good capper. Very charismatic, very loud, prideful, but he knew how to back his shit up. So anybody that hears him talking is like, oh yeah, this nigga's on some shit. Cause he was. You know what I'm saying? So he just get to buying hella shit, whatever we want. He gets it, you know? Just buying hella shit, hella shit, right? As I'm sitting there, I'm just telling him about like my clothes and shit, and like how I want to eventually be Mike and Mary one day, right? So we just sitting there eating, having a good time or whatever. I hit the girl up like, yo, we at this restaurant. Come through to this restaurant or whatever. She's like, all right, cool, we're going to come or whatever. We don't have anywhere to stay. We don't know where we're going to stay tonight. I'm like, shit, y'all can stay with us. You know, I've been trying to hit this girl for a while. This girl's sexy as hell. I'm like, yeah, you can stay with us. Like, I'm trying to hit you anyways. I can't hit up with the girl I want to, so yeah, you can come through. You know what I'm saying? Right? So anyways, fast forward. We just chilling there. Supposed to be at the show. We chilling at this restaurant. Then out of nowhere, Kuzma walks right past us. Swear to God, this nigga Kuzma walk right past us, go up to the top floor or whatever, right? On our way out of that bitch, we just waiting for a car or whatever. We finna go back to bro hotel room. He said he got like a top floor suite at the Hyatt or the St. Regis or whatever, big boy suite, whatever. We finna go check it out, right? As we standing outside waiting, bro, this nigga Mike and Mary is standing on the fucking street on the phone. I'm like, wait, is that Mike and Mary? I'm like, holy shit, that's Mike and Mary. I'm like, yo, Mike, I love your shit. And he was like, oh yeah, thank you so much, whatever. And then he went up there with Cool's ass. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Nigga just met Mike or Mary, bro. That shit was crazy. And I don't even really be fanning out like that. But there's some niggas that I got a lot of respect for, bro. And Mike and Mary doing that shit as a straight man. You know, turning his brand into a brand that's going to average 400 million gross profits next year in less than 10 years. Come on, man. Bro is going absolutely insane. He's going crazy. So I gotta salute it. He's going stupid. He's going stupid. Oh my God, there's nothing I would love more than to do some shit like that. That is my biggest dream in life. Anyways. So we go back to bro hotel room, right? We go up to his hotel room. He's telling us like, yeah, we finna go to the club. It's the hardest club in the world to get into. That's what he's telling us. He's like, look it up on Google. It's the hardest club in the world to get into. We finna go to that bitch tonight. We get to his hotel room. Bro, his hotel room is insane. He's got like the triple balcony on like the Paris main street. Like, bro, it's retarded. It's retarded. He's got like 3 bathrooms. It's retarded. His crib it was stupid. It was absolutely stupid. Like there's, you know, he was capping his ass off and he was backing that shit up too. He was backing that shit up too, right? So he's like, yo, we finna go to the hardest club in the world to get into. And he takes me and Diesel back to his closet. He like picks some shit out. He like, matter of fact, I'm gonna pick some shit out for y'all. Now when I went to New York, there was this Louis Vuitton fit that I really wanted to get. And I didn't get it because it was like 12 bands or some shit. Bro, this nigga had the fit in the closet. Sure enough, he decided that was the fit that I was supposed to wear. Put the whole 12K fit on me. Put the motherfucking 2K Louis Vuitton watch on me. The Louis Vuitton shoes, Louis Vuitton shirt, Louis Vuitton hat. Bro, he gave me the whole fit. He gave it to me, bro. He didn't even want it back, bro. That's how rich this nigga was. Yo, this shit was crazy. I swear to God. He was dressing us up like we was his bitches. But I tell you, he was gay, but the whole time he never tried to do anything gay to us. I'm telling you, he was a cool dude. He was a cool dude. I fucked with him, man. Gave me this whole fit. Gave Diesel this Dior shirt. He like, yeah, we finna go to the hardest club in the world to get into. Now at this point, these girls are blowing up my line. They're blowing up my line like, yo, we're trying to link right now. So I had to make the decision, go to the club and maybe never hit these girls again, or go link up with the girls and never get into the hardest club in the world to get into. What decision would you make? So I decided to go. Oh, he gave us a Molly too, by the way. So I was busted off of Molly in this absolutely insane fit. Doing Molly in Paris was one of my goals. She was lit. I don't even know if I should have said that. Anyways, so I decided to go back to the crib and link up with these girls. And when I got to the crib, as we were waiting on the girls, Diesel told me I made the wrong decision. And I think I made the wrong decision. I think I should have went to the club. Instead, I linked up with the girls. But I told you, I'm really a lover boy, man. It's not a game. So I linked up with the girls. We linked up with them. They spoke, well, my girl spoke a little bit of English because she was like sort of popping on Instagram. So like, obviously, naturally, she speaks a little bit of English. His girl, Diesel, the girl, didn't really speak any English. Whatever. Night we had a good time. We watched some shows, music videos. Diesel ended up smashing. What the hell? I didn't smash first night because I told you I was trying to be a lover boy. I don't know. She was saying this thing like she don't really like kissing guys or whatever. I'm like, nah, I want you to like kissing me or whatever. I don't know. I probably could have hit if I wanted to, but I'm a capper. I like to cap her a certain way. I like to fuck with her head. Like, I don't know. I'm a sick, nasty nigga. I'm fucked up. I don't know how else to tell you. I don't know what to say. Don't be like me. Anyways. So yeah, we wake up with him the next day. Bow. We get some photos. I get some photos in, some drippers. They take us to this restaurant. We get some croissants, some champagne, milkshakes, eggs and bacon. It was a little vibe. Everything was cool that day. Yeah, we had a good day with them. We linked up with the rich homie Quan. We linked up with the rich bro again later that night. We met him at that same restaurant. He had his 4 or 5 homies with him. They was all gay. None of them did anything aggressive. They were cool. Some of them, I don't even think you would have been able to tell they were gay, honestly. They look pretty straight. Anyways, we went up there to the top floor this time, same place. Had a bunch of food. He was dripping in a whole new fit. We brought the girls with us this time. It was a vibe. We went to this club, not the hardest club to get into, this club called Boom Boom. He told the nigga at the front door that I was a famous rapper. Blah, blah, blah. And you can check his Instagram because I was dripped out. I'm telling you, I was dripped out every single day. I was killing him. Bro, drip the fuck out every single day. It was stupid. So they believed that shit, right? We got one of the biggest tables, if not the biggest table in that motherfucker. We play niggas in Paris. We had the girls with us. I was kissing on this girl, clapping on her ass the whole time with all these bitches looking at me. She was a vibe. She was telling me that she wanted me to fuck her tonight. She was a vibe. So once we got to that point, man, I'm like, yo, I knew that bro didn't want us to leave. I knew he wanted us to stay and party with him all night, but I'm like, yo, I gotta get out of here. Hit shorty. He was pretty blue about that. They was giving us a hard time, but I wiggled my way up out of there. They was pretty angry, but we wiggled our way up out of there. We went home. I did the goddamn thing, man. You know me, man. Gang. And it was a vibe. So at this point in the trip, I'm having the time of my life. Let me just point that out. I'm having the absolute time of my life. Even though I haven't linked up with my dream girl, I linked up with girl number 2 who is crazy bad. I wish I could give details about her. God damn. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was off the drugs. We met the plug. I was having an amazing time. An absolutely amazing time. The best time ever. So now day 3 come around. We switching into the other Airbnb. Diesel's telling me like his girl's on his period or whatever. And also, he didn't come out here to hit this girl. He just met this girl a few days ago because she's the friend of the girl that I knew for a while. So I might have wanted to keep hitting this girl, but he don't want to keep hitting her. His girl don't look as good, and he didn't come out here to keep hitting this girl. You know what I'm saying? So by day 3, Diesel was pretty much over it. He was pretty much trying to move around. The plan was to go to Amsterdam or some shit like that. Now the first night, I forgot one thing. We had one of Diesel's homies come through, this little French dude, little grime underground nigga, right? This nigga brought us some weed. He said they charge $120 for this shit. He brought us, right? Man, I could have got that shit for like $25 out here. Funny. But yeah, he brought us some weed, so we was high, we was good. Right? Then I went on my Instagram story real quickly and was like, yo, I don't know if any of y'all in Paris, London, whatever. I need some weed. Somebody hit me up. And this dude came through, hit me up. So
Man, I really don't know what I do without y'all.
I had to filter his account to make sure he wasn't no op-ass nigga, right? And I went and looked and seen, okay, this nigga has been messaging me for a few years now. Like, I should be able to trust this nigga, whatever, right? So I hit the nigga up. He live in London, but he got like plugs in Paris. So he got a little nigga coming through, giving us weed. So we was high the whole time. It was cool, right? So we switching to the other Airbnb. When we get inside that motherfucker was way nicer than the first one, nigga. Everybody, as soon as we got in that motherfucker, got way more relaxed. The shower had like a little color changing thing, like 2-floor, like modern, like we was all fucking with that shit. That shit was a vibe. That shit was a major vibe, right? So it was unfortunate that as soon as we got to the nice house, they had to go. So third night, I'm telling them like, yo, yeah, you guys gotta go or whatever. Like, you guys gotta leave soon. We're gonna go to Amsterdam. That's what we told them to get them out the house. They wasn't trying to leave. They was talking about they trying to stay here while we go to Amsterdam. They want to go with us, blah, blah, blah. Doing all this bullshit. One of them pretended to wake up sick one morning. They was doing all this bullshit to try and stay. I'm like, yo, y'all got to get the fuck up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Day three, I let him have. By day four, it was time to go. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't trying to go. They was giving me a hard time. I'm like, if y'all want me to be an asshole in this motherfucker, I'll be an asshole in this motherfucker. Anyways, right? So I wanted to get tatted in Paris. That was one of the things I wanted to do. I want to get tatted whenever I go on trips to places I've never been before, right? So I'm like, all right, if y'all set up this tattoo for us at this place in Paris that I found, y'all can stay one more night. So they set up the tattoo for us. I went and got the Kobe tat. R.I.P. my nigga Kobe, you know, so I could stay motivated. My nigga Diesel got one of his logos for his clothing, for his music shit on his neck. Diesel's a savage. So that shit was dope as hell. So fourth night, they got to stay because they helped us do the tattoo. But I told them that in the morning, on the fifth day, y'all gotta go. We're leaving, y'all leaving. And they didn't like it, but they understood it. So that night, there was somewhat of a shift in the energy. I asked them if they wanted some food. They said, yeah. They bought $60 worth of Uber Eats off my phone. Didn't offer me not one bite. I thought that was pretty rude. That's one of my pet peeves when I buy somebody some food or something and they don't offer me any. It's not even like I wanted some, but it's like, damn, I just bought it for you and you're not even going to offer me any. So that sort of pissed me off that they didn't offer me any of the food that I bought. I said whatever, I didn't let it bother me. I hit the girl, I went, smashed her, went to sleep. I wake up like 2 a.m. I hear screaming, laughing. It's the two girls downstairs, loud as hell, laughing. I keep listening. I hear they on the phone with this black nigga. He sound like the French version of me. After I confirmed that they was on the phone with a dude, I opened up the door and said, yo, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but y'all gotta shut the fuck up. Because I'm about to get fucking pissed. Or some shit like that. I don't know. I said some shit like that, right? And they shut up. And that was the last I heard of them. And the girl didn't even come sleep in the room with me that night. So then the next morning, I packed a fake bag. Diesel packed a fake bag. We told them at 11 o'clock, it's time to go. Y'all getting out. So they knew. They had this shit packed. I lock up the door. As I'm walking away, the girls ask me like, oh, you aren't going to leave the key inside the little lock pad? I'm like, nah, we going to be back in time. And it sort of ticked me up. If I'm from Chicago, so if a motherfucker trying to finesse me, I pick up on that shit real quick because I've been getting finessed since I was a little boy. So I didn't learn how to pick up breed finesses quick. So it's tough to finesse a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as they said that, I'm like, huh? What they talking about? And then I remembered that one day, when we went to go get the tattoos, they wanted to get their nails done. So I sent Shorty the code. I sent her a screenshot of the code to get past the front door. And on that screenshot, it also had the code of the keypad. And I knew that I had given that to her. So I'm thinking like these girls thought that we was going to go to Amsterdam, leave the key in there, and they was going to swing back around, get the key out and stay while we was gone. I don't know what they was thinking, but I'm like, nah, we going to be back in time, bitch. Fuck you talking about. So I walked their ass to the front. As we were standing out in the front, they was looking like they didn't know where to go. They was looking like they didn't know what the fuck to do. Like they didn't know where to go. You know what I'm saying? So I called up an Uber. I called me and Diesel Uber to get some breakfast. We wasn't going to no fucking Amsterdam. As the Uber's getting ready to pull up, these girls come over again. The other girl come up to me, my girl this time. She's like, oh yeah, I don't know if you understand, blah, blah, blah. Something about the keypad again, leaving the key. I don't even know what they was talking about. I'm like, yo, we not leaving the key. Y'all got to go home. Y'all got to go. Y'all not going in there. No, it's time to go. That's it. I said some shit like that. I wrote it out. We hopped in the Uber and that was it. Diesel thought we was gonna see him again, like they was gonna be back when we after breakfast. But I'm like, nah, they better be going. So we had breakfast at the place they took us to, and then we came back, and they was gone. They wasn't there, and that was the last we seen of them. So this is night number 5. I put on another cool ass fit. Me and Diesel went out, took some photos. We didn't link up with the rich homie this night because I had talked to my baby, the number 1 girl. She told me she had just landed earlier, so I was gonna link up with her tomorrow. So I was super excited. So we got a nice little early rest because I was gonna wake up in the morning and link up with my baby. You know what I'm saying? So I was excited. Everything was going perfectly, right? Yeah, then shit changed. We went to sleep early. I woke up at 6 a.m. to 7 niggas rushing inside our house from the 2nd floor. And this was a high 2nd floor, like, balcony. I don't even know how they jumped it. To this day, I don't know how they jumped it. It's not an easy jump. It's not even something where, like, some swole nigga could put his hand down and lift niggas up. Like, it's high. They fell out the sky like Batman or like Fortnite or some shit. 7 niggas. 4 came rushing through my window. 3 came rushing through Diesel's window. And before I even knew what the fuck was going on, they got me out of the bed, ripped my chain off my neck, threw me on the ground in Diesel room. Threw me on the bed in Diesel room. They had already tied Diesel up with a fucking belt. Threw him head down. They threw me head down, and we didn't see nothing. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? And they stole everything inside the house within 15 minutes. Everything. They came in, they told us, don't move, bro, whatever, right? They asked me, where's the watch? I told them the watch was on the balcony. They were looking for this watch that I had. They asked me for the passcode to my phone. They unlocked my phone. They stole everything, our wallets, our passports, the jump rope, every pair of shoes, everything. They didn't leave no hats, no sunglasses, no nothing. They didn't leave nothing, not a single thing, except for the laptops. I had a secondary phone, an old phone, like an iPhone 8. They left that, they didn't take that. I turned that back on, I was able to have a phone. But Diesel had no phone for the rest of the trip. Stole his watch, Cartier, bust down, grill, all our clothes. I probably had 30 bands worth of clothes. They stole all our shit. "6 a.m. They was out in 15 minutes. Now, naturally, everyone right now was thinking it's got to be them bitches. I want to point out the homie from Instagram, he gave the little black boy, he asked me for the code to the front door. He gave the little black boy the code to the front door. I met the little black boy probably 3 times to get the weed. So there's 2 people that had the code to the front door. The little black boy, drug dealer, and the girls. And I swear I might have seen a little black boy in one of them 7 niggas. I don't know. That shit happened quick as hell. So I don't know who did it. I'm leaning towards the girls too. Because maybe they thought we was going to be in Amsterdam. I don't know. Maybe they was mad we kicked them out. I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with the Airbnb. I don't know. But they stole all our shit, bro. Stole my camera, stole everything. So we had to come home. I didn't want to come home. Like I said, I wanted to keep going. We had to come home. We didn't have nothing. They stole our passports. We had to spend one day at the French United States Embassy all day from 8 to 5 trying to get passports. It was incredibly difficult. I wasn't even able to get me. They had to write me like a pardon. It was super difficult to get through back to America without a passport and a pardon. It was tough. We were able to do it. We had to spend a few nights in Paris. Luckily, we were able to leave on like a Saturday. We got robbed on like a Thursday. And we didn't have to wait till Tuesday. So Friday night, I met up with my dream girl. It was super late. And she had felt bad for me. And she came through. We went to a restaurant. And she was everything I wanted and more. And I seen her for that one night. We ate at a restaurant. And she dropped me back off at the hotel. And I left the next morning, took my grill, took everything. So that's why I haven't been uploading. Hopefully they find our stuff, but I don't know. So I capped out. Rule number 1 of capping is never cap out, and I capped out. They Kim K'd me. They Rich the Kid me. I was capping too hard.